Let's be honest, folks. Science fiction isn't just about killer robots and spaceships that go pew-pew. It's about something deeper, something darker, something weirdly prophetic. Because here's the thing. Every time you watch a sci-fi movie or crack open a sci-fi novel, there's a non-zero chance you're glimpsing your actual future. Yes, your boring, overworked, caffeine-addled future. Because the people who write science fiction, they're not just making stuff up. They're time travelers, beaming ideas back to us from a parallel dimension where Google Maps leads directly to the moon and your toaster files taxes. Take space exploration. Back in the day, Jules Verne wrote about humans shooting themselves to the moon in a big metal tube. People laughed. They called him crazy. They said, "Jules, you're nuts. Nobody's going to do that. Now stop talking and finish your baguette." And yet, here we are. Humans. On the moon. Okay, not recently, but we went there. And how did we get there? A big metal tube. Exactly like Jules Verne described. Coincidence? Or did Verne know something NASA didn't? Then you've got Forster. Great writer, also apparently psychic. In The Machine Stops, he imagined a world where everyone sits in their little room, staring at a screen, never meeting anyone in person, and communicating only through a global network. Sound familiar? If you're watching this video in your pajamas, eating chips, and posting snarky comments in the chat, congratulations. You're living in Forster's dystopian fever dream. He saw our Zoom meetings before Zoom was even a word. He envisioned influencers, TikTok, and endless debates about whether pineapple belongs on pizza. The man was a prophet. But let's not forget Azimoff, the father of robot ethics. He gave us the 3 laws of robotics, a handy guide for making sure our machines don't turn us into mulch. He thought ahead. He was like, hey, maybe we should think about what happens when robots start doing all the heavy lifting, literally. Now we've got factories full of robots that can build cars faster than your Uncle Ted can chug a beer. And as AI grows smarter, Azimoff's warnings grow more relevant. Sure, today's robots can't tie their own shoelaces, but give it time. One day, they'll be tying those shoelaces into nooses. And let's not even start on William Gibson, the guy who basically gave birth to the idea of cyberspace. Before him, there was no Matrix, no cyberpunk aesthetic, no weird sunglasses that somehow stay on your face no matter how much you run from the cops. He described a virtual world so immersive, so alive, it felt like a second reality. And what do we have now? Virtual reality headsets that let you stand in your living room while pretending to climb Mount Everest or beat up cartoon characters with giant foam swords. Gibson dreamed it. Tech companies made it. And humanity's response was, cool, now I never have to go outside again. So here's the joke, and it's on us. We keep treating science fiction like it's fiction. Like it's just harmless stories to entertain nerds and sell movie tickets. But it's not. It's a crystal ball wrapped in a lightsaber, wrapped in a dystopian nightmare. And every time we laugh at it, we're ignoring the fact that these writers keep getting it right. They're showing us the path forward or the path to the gutter. Either way, the map is there. We just have to decide whether we want to follow it. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this descent into darkness, hit like, share, and subscribe. Because in the future, when YouTube's algorithm becomes sentient and starts demanding sacrifices, you'll be glad you were here early. Until then, I'll see you in the comments section. Or, the dystopian wasteland. Cheers!